Did you actually puke?
I actually puked. So embarrassing.
Somewhere
so
in there.
embarrassing. Whatever. It was still the best time of my life. So like maybe 2 weeks ago, I got a text asking if I wanted to fly Jared Isaacman's jets in Montana. And that's not the kind of thing you say no to. So that is the extent of what I know. I booked a flight to Bozeman and let's go to the airport and just see where this takes us. And the answer to that is the coolest hangar I have ever seen in my life. Not only is it stacked with Alpha Jets, L-39s, MiGs, and an errant Cessna 172, but it has got the craziest Star Wars bar I have ever seen, and I worked at Disney Imagineering.
I'm gonna show you my favorite thing about MiGs that you might not know. My favorite little fact right here at the nose. Did you know that the entire MiG ran off of 5 Pepsi cans?
Whoa! Did they put it's like Coke and then they put Mentos in before you start?
Yeah. But they used Pepsi because it was Soviet Union and they had that deal with Michael Jackson and it was off-brand Mentos. But yeah, don't touch it. Don't boop the Pepsi.
And once I was sufficiently educated on the complicated mechanics of how jets acquire their thrust, it was time for Tim and I to go get fitted in our costume. Our safety gear. You know, the helmet, mask, flight suit, all the things that make us look as cool as we feel in there. And then we went out to the flight line to watch the flight before us take off and just imagine how great it was gonna be. That's gonna be us!
You ready to fly?
You and me, Tim, Dad!
That was good. That was good.
But before we could fly, we needed to brief the flight.
Our takeoff's gonna be formation go. So we'll be on the left side of the runway, stroke will be on the right side. This is what this guy did for a living as a Thunderbird. He was the number 4 pilot, so as soon as the Diamond took off, he immediately moved into the slot. So he's got no excuses if he doesn't do it well, and we've got camera people everywhere, so we'll be able to validate and debrief.
This is a 2-ship formation flight with my friend Tim Dodd, aka Everyday Astronaut, flying with the legend Jared Rook Isaacman himself, also the mastermind behind this operation.
And then we'll dirty up the airplanes, come in one final pass to land. How's it sound?
Awesome.
Cool.
And I had the honor of flying with Stroker, former Thunderbird number 4, and a surprise to Rook at least, a current CFI, which means that he'd be able to sign my logbook after the flight.
Exam day 1025. You really got your grade pass? That's shocking.
Yeah. Take 1.
Oh.
I did it the first time.
That's what I do with them. So when's this shit?
Huh?
Who's
doing a shot now? Who's doing a shot now?
You're failing the test. You're supposed to look cool and slow-mo. Yeah, there you go. Way better. That's really good. It is the.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Yep. Otherwise, it'd give it away. Thank you. Thank you.
The flight we briefed was that we would take off in formation and then our jet would slide into a slot formation behind Rook and Tim, which man, I have taken off in formation in my Cessna a whole lot of times and it has never felt quite like this. So I am super beyond bummed, but the audio recording device I was using somehow managed to record a file, but the file had no data in it, and so there was nothing we could do to find an audio file in there. So the best audio I have of the flight was just from the Insta360 onboard mic, which is pretty much getting drowned out by the engine and quite rough. So I'm really sorry, and I'm really, really sad that I don't have the back and forth audio between me and Stroker, mostly because Stroker was the coolest, most supportive, cheerleading, funny dude I have ever had the honor of flying in a jet with, and I wish you guys could hear him. But speaking of Stroker being the absolute coolest, since Tim told him at the end of our brief that I was a pilot, even though I'm just a small, baby, inexperienced Cessna pilot, the second we were off the ground, we were supposed to take off, go into that slot formation, and then fly like a bunch of formation work out to the Top Gun Canyon. Instead of doing that, we immediately broke off, and he was just like, your controls, have fun. And at this point, with what, 15, 20 seconds on the controls, as you've seen, Stroker was just like, you should try an aileron roll. And then he gave me a little bit of feedback, and I would like to think on take 2, I did a lot better. And once I was done having my fun, Stroker took controls back, pulled a bunch of G's, and went over to rejoin formation. So everyone refers to this canyon as the Top Gun Canyon because it looks exactly like the canyon runs that they shot in Top Gun Maverick. And so I spent all the way up until literally 10 minutes ago thinking that it was the actual canyon that they shot Top Gun in, but apparently it's not. Apparently that was shot in the Cascades in Washington. Anyway, I still got to fly the Bozeman, Montana version of the Top Gun Canyon, and that was really freaking cool. What's funny is that before we took off, as we were walking to the plane, I was talking to Stroker, and I was like, my 2 favorite kinds of flying are formation flying and river running, because it's like the most fun you can have in an airplane. And he looked at me and he was like, well, today is gonna be a really good day for you. And then we emerged from the canyon into the Dogfight, which I've done some aerobatics before. Never in a jet, but I have done some aerobatics. I have never come close to dogfighting anything, and it is so fun and so cool. It's just like tag for grown-ups and big jet engines. But the coolest part of it is that Stroker let me fly like a very good amount of the Dogfight, and I pulled like 5.5 G's on the stick while I was flying, and it was, I don't have anything intelligent to say in this video. I just really wanted to show you how much fun I had and how cool it was, because like, I got to fly a jet in a dogfight against Jared Isaacman and Tim Dodd. Like, what is my life? Though I will say, there is definitely an art to dogfighting, because you always want to make sure you're pulling positive G's whenever possible and not negative G's. And I definitely made myself sick by not really knowing what I was doing. So eventually I was like, hey, can we just like fly straight level for a second? I think I gotta puke real quick, and then we can go right back to it. And the thing I have learned in my many years of being a person who gets motion sick but loves doing things that make me motion sick is that if you just throw up and get it over with, you can get right back at it. But if you fight it, then you'll just be miserable the whole time. Okay, as someone whose entire job is to be on the internet, I've been finding that the browsers that come built into my computer just aren't working for me. It's so hard to keep track of where my tabs are, manage my privacy, and multitask within my browser. And that's why I'm glad that today's sponsor, Opera, has the perfect solutions to all these issues and more. If the free built-in VPN and ad blocker aren't enough to convince you right off the bat, then I've got 2 words for you: tab islands. Tab islands let you group your tabs however makes the most intuitive sense to you. You can make one for shopping, one for travel plans, one for work. You can also expand or collapse the islands when needed. As someone who loves listening to music while I browse, Opera's built-in floating player is a game changer. You can move it anywhere inside or outside the browser, and it integrates with 7 different music streaming services: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Deezer, Tidal, and SoundCloud. Opera's split screen feature lets you open 2 tabs within the same browser window. Drag one tab downward, splitting your screen in 2, and drop it on whichever side you like. But my favorite feature has to be themes. Opera has endless customizable features: animated backgrounds, UI colors, browser sounds, shaders, and more. You can also adjust intensity, animations, and colors, and you can use an existing theme or create one that's entirely unique to you. Download Opera now using the link in my description and pinned comment. Thank you so much to Opera for sponsoring this video. This trip was unexpected and wild and so inspiring. Not only the AlphaJet flight, but hanging out in Jared's hangar with astronauts and fighter jet pilots and some of the most incredible people and engineers I have ever met. It got me reflecting a lot in the following days about my own childhood dreams. My plan as a little kid, of course, was to be an astronaut and go to space and leave the planet in pursuit of grand adventure and exploration and never come back. Like, that was the plan, to leave and never come back. I was the kind of kid that got in a ton of trouble for printing out 1 million pictures of outer space and the space shuttle to stick all over my bedroom wall on the family inkjet printer when my parents weren't home, running out of ink for the next 6 months. When my 7th grade math teacher convinced me that I was too stupid to be an astronaut, I changed course and I made my life all about airplanes. I studied Sporty's pilot course after school, and I was determined to grow up and join the Air Force and fly fighter jets. But after a couple of really tough years working as a teenage girl ramp rat in high school, 17-year-old me concluded that I would never be treated as an equal as a woman in aviation. And rather than spend my whole life looking over my shoulder, I decided to go to engineering school instead, where I figured that maybe someday I would make enough money to just buy my own small little airplane and never rely on anyone else. But something about living so many of my childhood dreams and meeting so many astronauts all at once who had achieved my one unachievable dream made my love of general aviation so much stronger. It made me realize that my version of leaving the planet in my 1946 Cessna, even if it's not very high or very fast, isn't so different from the jets. Coaxing an 85 horsepower tin can over the Continental Divide or crossing the continent solo is thrilling and adventurous and a massively grand endeavor in its own way. And it made me appreciate how, in the end, aviation is aviation, and how all aviators love sharing aviation with each other and with the world, because the root of it all is just so human. We love pushing the boundaries of what we can do and what we've experienced and seen, and we want to share it with each other and with generations to come. So while I'll probably never go to space or get type rated in an AlphaJet, I am so honored to have shared a space with people who have and who will. And I am more in love with the tiny corner of aviation and exploration that I've carved out for myself than ever before. So before we land and debrief, a huge thank you to Stroker for being the coolest and most supportive pilot I could have ever dreamed of getting matched with, and making my experience so, like, literally I would not shut up about it for weeks. I think all my friends were really annoyed with me. And also a thank you to Jared and the rest of the team for inviting me to one of the best experiences of my life. I truly cannot put into words. Yeah, I don't have words, that's it. Let's land, and then let's celebrate and debrief. So fast.
She was bad ass.
I threw up, let's be real.
Did you?
Dude, it's so good. Oh my god, it's happy still. It's so fucking good. Perfect. Awesome. Put burger.
Let's fucking go! Thank you so much!
That was so much fun.
Thank you!
Gold star.
Did you actually puke?
I actually puked. So embarrassing.
Somewhere
so
in there.
So embarrassing. Whatever. It was still the best time of my life.
Did you black out at all?
No.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
This is the coolest airplane in my life, both by a lot.
You did awesome today. It was fun.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Put it 25.
I love the hyping me up here.
Yeah. You're a rock star. 13 August.
You're a rock star.
Let me get that for you.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's so great.
So this was last go of the day. It was pretty cool because we got to see.
Thank you for pushing through for us.
Yeah, of course. Pretty cool because we got to see the F5 crane can go out and operate in the same airspace. How was your transition to the stall?
It's just so incredible. But you got to like fly through a river and do aileron rolls, like was good. So
Awesome. Came out the other side, ran the fights on, and dispatched with you pretty quick.
so much fun.
So it was good.
You mean her? You guys got hurt. Were you fine?
Oh, I was flying the whole thing.
Oh, good work. Good work.
Fully
G's.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, they're over there, go get it. And I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, whoa, I'm like, that's good, that's good. She's just like, she had her foot up on the foot. I was like, wow.
Nice.
Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Our pleasure. Cool. This is
so fun.
We're really having a lot of fun doing this.
That's what I love about this whole thing. Is like, I love that, and both of you and everyone here. I feel like you can see it in you guys that you enjoy sharing that experience with people.
Oh yeah,
and that's like,
it's great.
It's so fun. It's so fun to see that even.